everyone, it's Janette here from Enthusiastic Gardener, and today is one of the best days ever because I finally get to plant something new. I still haven't got all my plants that I ordered, no idea where they are, but my very good friend Liz, who I work with, had a plant delivery and she asked me if I wanted to add anything, so I was delighted. And I have got myself clematis to plant, and I've got some busy Lizzies as well, and I also have a very small pretty little standard rose, so I'm going to be planting those today. And this area here actually does get mostly shade, so I'm hoping that it will be okay. And I have this clematis here which really needs to be planted because it's growing away quite well in its pot, and it's called a Clematis Justa. It's a summer flowering clematis, and that means that the flowers it produces will grow on this year's growth. So you would prune this one in early spring, and then you prune it quite low down. If you don't prune it, what you might find is that eventually the base of your clematis will be bare and only the flowers will be at the top. So you don't really want that, so it's a good idea to prune it. Plus the fact that I have it on this trellis here means that I'm going to need to prune it so that it's manageable and sticks to that size. So if you're planting clematis, normally out in your landscape, this is a pot, so it's slightly different and it's going to be in the shade, but they don't like to have their roots in the sun. So here goes my first thing that I'm planting this year. And the roots are lovely. So this was from a lovely nursery called Plant Perfections in Upminster. They are brilliant, but getting a delivery slot at the moment is like as difficult as getting a food delivery slot. It's virtually impossible. It says here on the tag that it likes a sunny or half shaded spot. It blooms from July to September, and it says, as I said, protect the foot of the plant from direct sunlight. Prune it from November round to the spring. Fertilise in the spring, which I've done. Let's cut these off. And it was so windy last night that this pot blew over and it poured down, hammered it down, it did, as they say in Essex. I have gardened didn't do any gardening in my very first house that I lived in for 6 years. It was only my second house that I got a bit enthusiastic. And so, how long ago was that? In 1988 I moved into that house. So I've gardened for 32 years and I have never had a clematis, which is just ridiculous. Let's unravel it a little bit, gently as possible, so it's trying to twine and hook itself round things already. And there's actually some little dead bits there which we'll get rid of. So that's one. Oops. I'm going to untwirl it from itself. There we go. That's one tendril. That's another tendril. And that one's broken there, look. That's going to have to go. Do that there. And then we have a third here. And then this bit is all dead, unfortunately. So let's cut that off. That's why you need to pot them before they get unmanageable. So that's all dead, that there. So we have 3 tendrils. This one only just reaches, but that's okay. So I'm just going to help it out. That's just going to help it. Then we've got a couple more. Just do these two. This one here is a dead bit. that one around here, and that will start twining itself now. You won't even need ties eventually, but this is just to get it going. Oh my goodness. Let's just build the soil up around there. The other thing I have for this pot is one of my favourite annuals ever, because they really like shade, so they'll be fine, and they are busy Lizzies. These are my busy Lizzies, and I love busy Lizzies. They will get much bigger than this, they will double in size probably, and they just go on and on and on, flowering forevermore. So I think they will look really pretty. I'm going to put them either side. So I'm really grateful to Liz to getting me some plants, one each side. And as the summer goes on, and hopefully we can get more plants, we could always add to it. But at the moment we will put one there, and we'll put the other one there. See, there's lots of, they're only annuals. Just break it up a little bit. So this is my first thing. I've done loads of moving plants around and transplanting, and I've done dividing and all that sort of thing, but I've never planted so far, and it's May and I still have not planted brand new plants. Oh goodness me, I'm so excited. There we go, and I can always add to this. So that's my first one planted up, which I am delighted with. The final thing I have to plant is this beautiful standard rose. Isn't that lovely? What's it called? A Rosa stamrus, and they like full sun. It will flower from May to October, and it will grow 60 to 80 centimetres high. How lovely is that? And I have a pot that I'm going to put that one in. Slightly lower, I think that's deep enough actually. Slightly lower so that when you water it, the water doesn't run over the edge. Let's have a look. There we go, look at that. I just tease the roots a little bit, but it's absolutely fine. That is gorgeous. Add some slow release fertiliser as well, to give it a bit of oomph. Make sure it's straight. Fabulous. Let's give it a water. So that's been a really fun morning planting brand new plants. I'm Janette, I am the Enthusiastic Gardener. Thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe to my channel. Please check me out on Facebook at the Enthusiastic Gardener. Don't forget, keep sending your photos for the video montages, and have fun in your gardens, and I will see you again very, very soon. Bye.